Hi guys, welcome back to CCM Clock. So today I'm going to demonstrate the upgradable contract, how to write upgradable contracts in Solidity. So as I mentioned on my blog post, I think you understand if we separate our data storage from our logical contract, then we can do modification to our logical contract very easily, right? So to demonstrate that situation, I have implemented here three contract. You can see iCalculator. This iCalculator is a interface. Here I have defined four functions. You can see set number one, get number one, set number two, get number two, right? So if we go to the calculator storage contract, you can see actually here I inherited this calculator storage from iCalculator interface. Then as normally we have to implement that functions defined on iCalculator here, right? So here I have two variables, number one, number two, and I initiate those variable using set functions and I get those variable using get functions I mentioned in iCalculator. Right, I think you got my idea. So let's we go to the action calculator contract. You can see in this action calculator contract I have defined iCalculator interface variable, then I have an event, then you can see I have action calculator constructor here, right? So as a parameter I pass address to this constructor. By passing the address I can initiate iCalculator instance here, right? You can see iCalculator and address. By this it initiate particular iCalculator instance here. After that I have a function called addition. In this function actually it get variables from this calculator storage and it will add those two variables called 1 and 2, then it will give the answer, right? Then I called the event called answer and then I return answer. So I think you wonder how I get the variables here without initiating the calculator storage. Actually I initiate calculator storage in this constructor. What I'm going to do is I just deploy this calculator storage contract and I get the address of that calculator storage contract. Actually that calculator storage is a type of iCalculator. So if I define here, if I initiate iCalculator with the address of calculator storage, actually it give me an instance of calculator storage. So then I can use those I can use this calculator storage instance to get these two variables, right? Okay, so let's we deploy our contract. First of all, we can't deploy iCalculator interface because there is no implementation for this contract, right? So first of all I deploy calculator storage contract. Let's we go to the run and let's we deploy our calculator storage. Okay, there we go. We get actually 4 functions. So let we initiate our number one. I put 10 and I initiate that one. Okay, let's we put 5 to number 2 and I initiate that one, right? Let's we go to our action calculator and first of all we have to get the address of this calculator storage contract. To get the address of the calculator storage contract, actually here I think, yeah, here you can see the address of the contract, right? So I copy this and I go to action calculator and here I put the address of the calculator storage and I deploy action calculator. You can see, I think you understand this deploy asking address, because here the constructor of action calculator asking a argument, it is a address type, right? So here I put my calculator storage address and I deploy that one. Here you can see my action calculator instance is there. So I do addition. Okay, let's see, go to the bottom. There we go. You can see the answer is 15, right? So it's mean I put 10 and 5 here, then it will give me the output 15, right? So let's we do some modification to this action calculator contract. I put my new function here. Actually it's multiplication, so we copy this function and let's see paste this one here. Okay, actually what it does by this function is it just get number 1 and get number 2 and multiply them and give the answer, right? So I think it compiled. Then let's we go to deploy this one, right? So in order to deploy this one, I should get the address of our calculator storage. I think here I have the calculator storage, and where is my address? Let's see, find our address. Yep, I think this one. Yeah, calculator storage, and this is the address of calculator storage. Let's we copy this one and let we go to the action calculator, right? Yeah, here I paste my address of calculator storage and I deploy the new contract. So here I get my new contract of new instance of action calculator, right? So you can see I didn't do any change to calculator storage. I just change action calculator, right? And now I have multiplication function there. So I click this one and let's go to the bottom. There we go. You can find the answer is 50. So I think you understand, if we separate our storage from the our logical what you call contract, then we can do upgrades without affecting to our storage, right? So this is what I have planned to do for this session. Okay, see you soon.